It's time for another home grooming with me. This is Autumn. She is a 7-year-old purebred soft-coated Wheaten Terrier, and I have been grooming her since she was a puppy. Let's get started. Today I'm going to be using my new 13mm ceramic blade on my Andes clippers, and as you can see, it's gliding through her hair. She does have some matting, so we got her work cut out for us. As you can see, Autumn likes to lay down on the table, so we just go with whatever position that she wants to go in and work through her coat. This 13mm blade is doing an amazing job. I'm super happy the way that it's tackling any tangling and matting, and it is getting the job done. So let's keep going. Since Autumn likes to lay down during her grooms, I've had to come down to her level. We're just getting some matting out of her neck, and it's made me think that probably I will like to get an adjustable table in the future. So now I'm just going to go through and check through my work. The 13mm blade leaves the coat about 1 inch, and I'm really liking it. So now I'm just combing through Autumn's tail. She has a very beautiful tail, and I'm going to comb through, get all the mats, and then I'm just going to basically leave the length and just do a little trim. So Autumn has finally decided to stand, and so here I'm just working on that transition from the side to her belly and just keeping a nice smooth transition. This girl is so happy. We're just getting ready to get started on her face. Here I am. I'm going to shave out in between her eyes. I have switched to my 1.5mm blade, and I'm just getting everything in between her eyes and alongside of her nose. It's time to start shaping her head. So the first thing I do is I comb everything down on the side of her head using my 6.3mm blade. I'm just going to go from the top of the ear, and I'm going to shave everything out, gliding along the top of the ear and all the way down to the bottom. Now that that's done, it's time to do the inside of the ear. So I switch back to my 1.5mm blade, and I'm basically just going to take everything out from the inside of the ear, along the ear, to make it nice and clean on the inside. It's time to start shaping the top of her head. So I add my number 3 comb, and here I'm just going to run the number 3 along the top of her head and basically start working along the sides and start adding some Wheaten shape to her face, the sides of her head, and the top of her head. Now, working on the transition from the top of the head to the coat body, I go back to my 13mm blade, and with the head tilted forward, I'm just smoothing out the transition from the top of the head to the neck and through to the sides. This way they don't end up with a big dome-shaped head, because we don't want that. So now I'm just going to work on her beard. So I comb everything down, find the length that I want, and I'm using a 3.2mm blade, and I'm actually just cutting straight into the neck and just creating a nice straight line. This is going to be the length of her beard. Now that we've determined the length of her beard, it is time to smooth everything all out and just make sure that it's a nice smooth transition from the beard to her sides. Moving her ear away, we're just going to clean out anything that sticks out so that it's nice and clean and it's got a nice smooth transition. As you can see, Autumn is absolutely happy. She loves being groomed, and her smile just makes my day. So now it's time to start shaping her ears. So I lift all the hairs up and then just working along, making sure that you're going along the edges. I like to do a nice Wheaton pointed ear and then straight along down, just clipping everything that sticks out and getting a nice clean look on her ear. As you can see, it looks really, really nice. Now it's time for the hammock of shame. This girl's still smiling, but we gotta tackle those feet. To shape her paws, I go all the way around, following along with my curved scissors, just making sure that I get anything that's sticking up and in between the toes. Her nails have already been trimmed, so now I'm just following along, creating a nice rounded look. Autumn did great and her paws are perfect. This beautiful girl is all done. Thank you so much for watching another home grooming with me.